Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. I just wanted to talk with you. I just wanted to share a bit of how I am at the moment, what's going on in my life, what I'm thinking about, and I do also want to continue knitting my sweater. I'm gonna link you the whole playlist up here so you can check out all the videos where I knit this sweater, and let's start. So actually I'm not sure how it is gonna turn out because I have some doubts about how I made these raglan increases, because now I don't know, we'll see. I have to continue first and then see how where it's at, how it goes, and then maybe make the decision to open up the majority of it again. I hope it's not going to be necessary, but who knows, like maybe we need to do that. So I wanted to talk about how I am, just how I am at the moment. And I have to say, I am pretty happy. Like, there are so many things in my life where I'm happy, I'm grateful, I am exactly where I want to be. Like, I am safe. I am so happy that I can make enough money with this YouTube channel to support my life. And I'm gonna link you my last income report, or how much I spend in a month. It's not that much, it's just barely enough, but it's enough, and that is the most important thing of it. And of course, I'm already talking about money. I didn't really want to talk about money here, but it's a part of life, and it's an important part, because if you don't have enough money, you end up being stressed, and if you have enough, that's something that really helps. So I'm really happy to be where I am at. I'm kind of living a dream life. I love to be self-employed. I have this apartment, I have nature around me. We are discovering more forests here that I didn't even know existed, even though we live in a city, but we kind of live at the outside, not in the center of the city. So we're discovering more nature, which just really makes me happy, because I don't know if that's a natural thing that all humans love nature, but for me it's nature is where I can de-stress, where I am creative, where I have good ideas, where I can, I love to be in nature. And a lot of things in my life are great. I didn't even dream of the possibility to be employed now, to have this as a job, to be able to talk about the topics that excite me, to share my thoughts with you, and to get so many beautiful responses and conversations, and it's great. But I also realized, and I actually realized that one time when I was on a walk. I often go on a walk with either just a problem or being stressed or something, or I go on a walk with a question, and then it of course feels a little bit like working, because on my walk I'm finding a solution to the question or to the problem that I had, but it works kind of very well. And so a few weeks ago I went on a walk because I really felt stressed, and kind of the question I had for that walk, or the problem I had for that walk, is what is it that is stressing me out? Why am I stressed? Because on the surface, everything is fine. Schools are getting closer to normal, which makes my son happy, and us as a family in general as well, because we have more time to work again. I am in a job and in a place where I love to be. What is it that's stressing me out? And on one hand, I figured out that it's just this business, of course, comes with a lot of responsibility when it comes to finances. Now I'm talking about money again. But what I want to say is that I am at a point where I have enough, where everything goes fine, but being on social media, having all these algorithms, I have to depend on algorithms, and that makes me anxious. It could all go away so quickly, and I'm safe for that. I have a few months worth of expenses saved, so nothing bad can happen. I have a bachelor in social work. I can always just get a job, but it's just I am I love this job and I want to keep it. And so I'm still a bit anxious, and because I've only had it for such a short amount of time, and I really hope it's growing and it's getting easier. But with growing all the time, like whenever I grow, and I think that's the most natural thing ever, whenever you grow you have to learn, and I have to learn new things, make new decisions, make maybe difficult decisions, and the responsibility grows with like a growing business or a growing audience, a growing YouTube channel and things like that. So that is something that makes me a bit anxious, that I kind of fear that everything goes away, or that I fear that things are getting more complicated, that I do not feel like making hard decisions. And on the other hand, there's just one topic in my life, and that is like traveling. I love nature so much, and I love seeing new things. I love traveling. Like I would love to be on a train ride, and yeah, be on the train for days, see new landscapes, see new people, see new things, experience new things, learn new things. And that is something that just hasn't been possible. Now I would be really interested, let me know in the comments down below. Are you vaccinated? Did you have the possibility to get vaccinated yet? And how is the situation where you live? Here, the numbers are getting better, thankfully, but I'm not vaccinated yet, and I'm hoping that's gonna happen soon. And I really hope that in a few months we will have a lot back. I really want to travel again, and at that point, I really don't care. We have thought about going on vacation during like the summer, maybe 1 week or a bit longer of just hiking. Maybe here near where I live, just 1 or 2 hours with the train. And we thought about long distance hiking, because that is it's something that really interests me. The physical activity of it, like just walking all day. And I know it's super exhausting. I've done that as a child before. And the nature aspect of it, of course, seeing something new each day, the adventure of maybe camping, or at least bringing all the food with you. I love to take pictures. I love to just that sounds great. So I thought about hiking, like long distance hiking in Germany, or long distance hiking in Switzerland, or in Austria, or just near here somewhere. I just don't trust the situation enough to go far away. I'd love to hike in Sweden one day. Like there's a long distance hike that I'd really like to do. But first we have to practice as well. Like I love hiking. I have been hiking. I never really stopped since I was a child. But like me, my boyfriend and my son, we are not an experienced hiking team. And we all have to like train a bit more, I think. We have to see what's possible with a 7-year-old. Yeah, so first we're not gonna surround the world, like walk around the world as a hiking trip or anything crazy like this. But yeah, traveling is something I really miss. Of course, I mean, I absolutely understand that we cannot have that at the moment. I'm kind of okay with that, or I can accept that. But on the other hand, I just realized like after over a year that is something I really miss, and that is something I really look forward to, and that is something that I want to have more of in my life. And I mean, one of the reasons why I love being self-employed is the fact that I can make my own schedule, which also means that I do not have to work at a certain desk at some place in the world, but I can be wherever I want to be. And of course, having a child that is in school, that doesn't make it super easy. And I also am not at a point where I want to like travel around the world for the next 5 years, not having a place that belongs to me. But I just realized that being stuck, not meeting people for over a year, it's not enough traveling for me. Like I need a bit more at least. And so that is one of the areas where I just feel like I want to improve. And again, right now it's not because of me. It's not really like, of course I could push it. Of course it's possible to go places right now, but I don't want to. I want to be safe. I want to play this for everybody to to go back to normal as soon as possible. So I stay put. I wait until things are easier and safer, and that is just my choice. That is what's going on in my life right now. And I also just realized that I think it's the first time for so long that I'm not in a phase where a lot of things change right now, that I'm not in a phase where I have to make certain things happen, that I'm just kind of in a maintenance, or like, of course, for my business, I want it to grow. I want more than just maintenance. But for other areas of my life, I'm not searching for a new place to live. My son is in school where he will be for the next years. My relationship is stable and exactly how it's supposed to be. My money situation is okay, and it hopefully will be for the future. I don't have debts to pay off, and I'm super thankful for that. But it's just an interesting experience to be at a point where, like, it's just a marathon, kind of. And it's a beautiful one, of course. Like, I am in control for huge parts of it, but it's interesting to experience that it's just that there is not that much change, that there are no huge problems to solve. Because for the longest time we were like looking for a new place. I was just starting this YouTube channel. I had to figure out how to get done with my studies. My son was changing like kindergarten to school. We were in Sweden. We had so many things going on, so many like major things changing all the time, and I loved that. But I also love to be in a place right now where it's a bit more boring. Just because it also means that there are no huge problems to solve, no huge changes to adjust to, and that is great as well. I don't know if you have watched my slow living videos. I can link you some of them as well. I love change and I love adventure and I love exciting things as well. But in the past few years, I've really also come to love like slow living. Like not forcing change and excitement all the time, but really finding a rhythm that works. And that's also a theme that I've set for my year in my like New Year's resolution video, or where I talked about why I don't really set like normal New Year's resolutions. I can link it for you up here as well. And I think, yeah, I'm working through that. Like that is actually a theme that I picked well. Like that is a topic that I'm thinking about a lot, because I am in so much control with my job and so much responsibility at the same time, that it is really, that is something I'm doing right now, like building a good, slow, sustainable and fulfilling life day to day. And yeah, I realized that I miss traveling, and I realized that there's not really something I can do about that right now, but I really hope that it's gonna be easier soon again. But building like the everyday life, that's really, and that's also something I maybe want to talk about, work-life balance. It's an ongoing topic for me. I've talked about it, I think, in December and maybe even in November last year, and I've thought so much about that. Because it's always, I see with that job, I mean, I put out 2 or 3 videos a week. And I also try to post on Instagram like every second to every third day. And if you look at it, like I've been posting more videos, but I've not really been posting enough on Instagram during the past few weeks. But when you look at that, like it's pretty constant. Like it's always the same amount of work, it seems, but that's kind of not the case. Especially when I work with brands, sometimes it's so stressful. And I'm actually entering another very stressful phase right now, because I have to send videos to brands for approval, and that means I need to be done with the content a lot sooner, and it's a lot more work because I have to do very specific things and they have to approve, and if it's not approved I have to change things last minute. And so it just means that sometimes there's more work to do at one point in time. And actually the coming weekend, like today is Thursday, but this weekend I'm gonna work so much because there are several videos that kind of need to be done at the same point in time that usually have more time for. And even though it seems very like, it seems like it's always the same amount of work, it's not. And that's something I'm still learning. Like I'm just entering that phase of this YouTube channel where I do have sponsorships. And I'm so grateful for those. And it's like a good thing to learn, and it's something I want to learn, but it's also, again, I have to learn it. I have to get used to it. I have to and therefore that's always a bit more stressful and more complicated. And so work-life balance is something that I haven't figured it out. Like, whenever, like, for the past 10 years, I was always a procrastinator, and I kind of did get things done when they were necessary, but I never liked doing them, and it was just like, yeah, necessity, and it kind of worked out in the end. But now I love what I do, and it makes it harder. I'm so grateful that I love what I do, and that makes it easier. But on the other hand, so many evenings I'm still like sitting down, I want to just relax, read a book or watch some YouTube videos. But then I start working again. I start looking through pictures. I start exporting them for Instagram. I start like deleting the ones that I can't use, making a thumbnail for a video or editing a video. And on so many weekends, I just realized like, oh, I have a bit of time. Let's maybe catch up on some work. And one thing that I do that really helps me is creating a plan. Like, I have a week plan. I have themed my days. And if you want to know, like, I'm gonna explain you how I theme them very quickly. If you want to know more about that, let me know. Then I maybe make a video more about like my work routine. So on Mondays, I cut Thursday's video. On Tuesdays, I make like maintenance stuff and getting back to people, replying to emails, things like that. On Wednesday, I make my Instagram content and come up with the ideas and draft the videos. On Thursday, it's filming day. That's today. So I film 2 or 3 videos that I need to film for the next week. And on Friday, I edit Tuesday's video. Now with the Sunday video, there is no day where that is like really planned, so I do that whenever I have time. But I usually work, I don't work 8 hours a day, but maybe 5. And if you count the whole weekends and walks where I come up with ideas and evenings where I start working again, then maybe it's still 8 hours a day. So I could just kind of try to work whenever I can, but that's not the healthiest, and that's not how I want it to be in the long run. Because again, in the long run, I want to have a life that is not stressful, like that has the least amount of stress, I think. But at least I am knitting again. Like, I do have a hobby that I can do, so I'm not constantly working, procrastinating, or maintaining our household. I have started like reading again. I love that. And I'm still figuring it out. So almost half of the year is over, and I think I made some progress, and I'm very happy with where I'm at, but I still have a lot of figuring out to do when it comes to building this slow life, finding balance and finding routines that work for me. But again, I think it would be super boring if I one day realized like, I'm there, I have everything figured out, there's nothing more to figure out. That's kind of what I'm thinking, how I'm doing, what's going on in my life. And another thing that I've thought about with the whole work-life balance is if I want to make changes like to my content. And there I have like my ideal, I mean, right now I'm uploading like 2 or 3 videos a week. And that is kind of maximum capacity. I cannot do more. It takes up a lot of time. It takes up all the creativity I have. And maybe it doesn't seem that way, but there's a lot of work behind these videos, even if they don't seem very exciting maybe. And so I have realized that maybe I want in the future to focus on like one very highly produced video a week, and then the other video would more be like one of these knit with me videos that are really laid back, that are just me talking, sharing thoughts on a topic, discussing questions that you had, and that would be easier, so I can focus with like B-roll and a good concept and everything like that on this one video a week, and the other video is just more like very relaxed. But that doesn't work right now financially, and so I think I will, like right now, I'm just very much in this building phase of this YouTube channel, so I have to invest more time than I hopefully need to invest in the future, which doesn't mean that I will like upload a lot less videos, but two a week would be great. Or even one video a week plus a podcast or something like that. And so I just, yeah, I'm always thinking about, I think it's an important thing to me to just figure out what I want to have ideally in the future, how far I'm away from that, and what to do to get there, kind of. So, yeah, again, that doesn't mean that I'm going to change something suddenly here, or that this is going to be what I'm going to do in the end. But I just want to kind of, yeah, kind of think about it and just reflect on it so that I always know where I am and where I want to get. And I definitely want to continue sharing YouTube videos. I never want to like get down to only 2 videos a month. Like I really enjoy these videos, and I think 2 a week is actually a great amount. But I just have to see how the channel goes and if I want to start a podcast, because the good thing about a podcast would be that I could record it at night when I have time, when I have thoughts from somewhere else. And that would like make it a bit more flexible for me. Always, of course, let me know if you have any questions, any wishes for content, any suggestions and things like that when it comes to my content, because I always am open for your suggestions and ideas. I will think about them. I kind of have to stay true to myself, so I always try to just really look, I'm very open and honest with you here. So I want to make the videos that you enjoy, but I also want the videos to make the videos that I enjoy. And this whole YouTube channel is kind of figuring out exactly that question. What are the things that I really want to talk about? Of course, inside this niche kind of, because that is what my YouTube channel is known for, or what you are wanting to see. But also adjusting my content to the things that you want to see even more, because I'm sure there are, for most of you, some videos that you don't want to watch and some videos that you're absolutely excited about. And we are all different, so I'm just always trying to figure out what the things are that I really want to create and what the things are that you really want to watch. And that is a guessing game. That is like, sometimes that's really hard and it feels like impossible, because we do have so much data from YouTube analytics, but it's all real humans in the end. So these numbers don't give me the complete answers. And therefore, again, because of that, I'm always really happy to hear your suggestions, because you are the real humans that decide to watch my content, what I'm really happy about and grateful for. And so I care about what you think and what you want to see. And something that has really helped with like the algorithm and the changes and figuring that out is the YouTube memberships I've offered. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen that you can become a member of my channel. And so if you want to, I'm absolutely grateful for all of you who become members of my channel. And I do have I will share like the correct, or all the insights and how many members I have and how that looks financially in my next like financial update in a few weeks. But I'm very happy for every single one of you who is still watching. Like that's a great commitment. Like thank you for still watching this video. You must be kind of committed, and I'm so happy to have you here. And yeah, so thank you for being here. And this video, for example, I mean, that is really something I want to have in YouTube as well. Being able to just sit down and chat and talk about whatever is on my mind, because that's what I have been doing right now here. I did not have any notes. I did not know what I was gonna talk about, but it feels good. Like it feels good having a space and actually knowing that there are at least, I don't know, at least 5 people that are still watching and that kind of care about what I think. I'm sorry if there was not too much value and input here. And let me know, let me know what is one thing that you have learned this year already, or let me know what is one thing that you still want to learn, or that you are working on this year still. And that is something that we maybe can get a lot of value out of in the comments. A thing that I learned this year, or that I think for me it's just this topic of figuring out a balanced routine, everyday life, like slow living. That is my topic this year, I feel. Being happy with ordinary days and really getting clear on what's actually important to me on a day-to-day basis. Like, yeah, having time to breathe, having time to eat a delicious meal, having time to knit, having time to talk to you, having time to, yeah, decide what to do with my time, things like that. So I think that's my topic, and I think that's what I've been learning about, and that's also a thing that I still will be learning more this year, the next half of the year. And now I see that my camera tells me that it's been almost half an hour and it will stop recording at half an hour. And so this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching it, and if you liked it or if you want to support my channel, you can give this video a thumbs up and comment it, and you know, all the things. Watch more videos if you want to. So I am going to link you a video here and a playlist here that you can watch if you want to right now and if you have time to. And I also hope to see you next time. Bye!